Hi, yesterday I read from this little book which I found in amidst my books, but it was one of my mother's books and it had been given to her by one of her great loves of her life when she was 17, and they'd re-met 46 years later, and this is when he gave her the book, and there was a letter in there. Anyway, it's all in the video from yesterday if you want to have a look, but I'm going to read the second passage from this book, which is about love, and it's about being present, and it's about being there in the moment, really, with the person that you care about. And if you're not able to do that, are you really ready for love? So I'm going to just read this and then we can have a little think about it. Love is being there, and it's from this book. To love in the context of Buddhism is above all to be there. But being there is not an easy thing. Some training is necessary, some practice. If you're not there, how can you love? Being there is very much an art, the art of meditation, because meditating is bringing your true presence to the here and now. The question that arises is, do you have time to love? I know a boy of 12 whose father asked him one day, "Son, what would you like for your birthday present?" The boy didn't know how to answer his father, who was a very rich man, able to buy anything for his son. But the boy didn't want anything except his father's presence. Because the role of the father played kept him very busy. He didn't have time to devote to his wife or children. Being rich is an obstacle to loving. When you're rich, you want to continue to be rich. And so you end up devoting all your time, all your energy in your daily life to staying rich. If this father were to understand what true love is, he would do whatever it is necessary to find time for his son and his wife. The most precious gift you can give to the one you love is your true presence. What must we do to really be there? Those who have practiced Buddhist meditation know that meditating is above all being present to yourself, to those you love, and to life. So I would propose a very simple practice to you. The practice of mindful breathing. Breathing, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing, I know that I am breathing out. If you do that with a little concentration, when you'll be able to really be there, because in our daily life, our mind and our body are rarely together. Our body might be there, but our mind is somewhere else. Maybe you're lost in regrets about the past, maybe in worries about the future. Or else you're preoccupied with your plans, with anger or with jealousy. And so your mind isn't really there in your body. Between the mind and the body there is something that can serve as a bridge. The moment you begin to practice mindful breathing, your body and your mind begin to come together with one another. It takes only 10 to 20 seconds to accomplish this miracle called oneness of the body and the mind. With mindful breathing, you can bring body and mind together in the present moment, and every one of us can do it, even as a child. The Buddha left us an absolutely essential text, the Anapanasati Sutta, or Discourse on the Practice of Mindful Breathing. If you really want to practice Buddhist meditation, you must study this text. Although I don't think we have to. I think we can just try and do it the simple way first. If the father I was talking about had known that, he would have begun to breathe in and breathe out mindfully, and then 1 or 2 minutes later, he would have approached his son. He would have looked at him with a smile and he would have said this, "My dear, I am here for you." This is the greatest gift you can give to someone you love. In Buddhism, we talk about mantras. A mantra is a magic formula that once it is uttered can entirely change a situation, our mind, our body, or a person. But this magic formula must be spoken in a state of concentration, that is to say, a state in which body and mind are absolutely in a state of unity. What you say then is this state of being becomes a mantra. So I'm going to present to you a very effective mantra, not in Sanskrit or Tibetan, but in English. Dear one, I am here for you. Perhaps this evening you will try for a few minutes to practice mindful breathing in order to bring your body and mind together. You will approach the person you love, and with this mindfulness, with this concentration, you will look into his or her eyes, and you will begin to utter this formula. Dear one, I am really here for you. You must say that with your body and with your mind at the same time, and then you will see the transformation. Do you have enough time to love? Can you make sure that in your everyday life you have a little time to love? We do not have much time together. We're too busy. In the morning while eating breakfast, we do not look at the person we love. We do not have enough time for it. We eat very quickly while thinking about other things, and sometimes we even hold a newspaper that hides the face of the person that we love. In the evening when we come home, we're too tired to be able to look at the person we love. We must bring about a revolution in our way of living our everyday lives, because our happiness, our lives, are within ourselves. Dear one, I am really here for you. Well, so this book was written a while ago, I would say, because my mum got given this in 2007. So let's have a look. This book was written in 1997, first published. So if you think about it, since then we've had the telephone, mobile phone, cellular phone revolution. And often when I go out to restaurants or cafes or anywhere really, on the bus, on the train, on the tube, on the underground, at the airport, on the plane, wherever it is, when we used to talk to people that we were sitting across the table from, we used to talk to them in a restaurant if we went out for dinner or for lunch or whatever. Now people are on their phones. They're too busy taking photographs of the food that's just arrived, or talking to people other than the person that they're sitting across the table from. The worst thing that I witnessed is going out on Valentine's Day, which was a very long time ago, and going there, and all these supposedly romantic, lovey-dovey, loved-up couples were most of them sitting at the table on their mobile phones, talking to somebody else, or just scrolling through social media or messages or emails or whatever it is that they were doing. They were not being fully present in that moment with their loved one. And so in this day and age where we have so many distractions and there is so much stimulation and so much other stuff going on around us 24/7, I think it's really important, as suggested in the book, to take that deep breath, to breathe in and to breathe out, and to become present in the moment. And especially when you're intimate, when you're with the person that you care about most, when you're with, certainly when you're with the person that you love, to actually give them the time to look them deep in the eyes and to actually make that time and that space for them. And as I don't have time and space for other people in my life at the moment other than myself and my children and my friends and family, I know I don't have time to devote to a loved significant other, a lover, a loved one, whatever, partner. So I'm not even going to go there. But if you have somebody in your life who is absolutely the one that you adore and that you love, please remember that. Switch off the phone. Stop scrolling. Stop watching me and others, and actually just look deep into the eyes of each other and know and feel that presence of true love that's there between you, that connection, and make time for each other. So many marriages, so many relationships just go completely wrong because we've lost that ability to really, truly, deeply see the other and to be present and to notice. I think it's really important. I mean, I know for sure that my marriage suffered along that route. Lots of other things, but I mean, that was certainly one of the compounding factors, that we had lost, both of us, the connection. And yes, that is to do with work, but it's also to do with being cognizant of the other. We're both working, we're both busy. It's really important to take notice of your loved one and to be there and to look deeply in those eyes and say, I'm here, I am present, and I love you, and I'm here for you.